Did you know that USA has more than 2,000 universities? The number is crazy, right? But unfortunately, only about 100 odd universities receive bulk of international applications. This is because most of these universities are popular among the student community. The biggest problem here is a very small set of universities receive lakhs of applications from international students, making them highly competitive. Even students with great profiles like 8-pointers, 9-pointers end up not getting admits to even moderately ranked universities. So the first pitfall you should avoid is applying to only the popular universities, especially if you're applying to popular streams like computer science or data science. Trust me, there are so many good quality universities that offer good quality education, same as the popular ones. So you need to do proper research. We all know that MIT and UC Berkeley are one of the top engineering schools in the USA. And if you're a student who is applying to the field of robotics, you'll definitely apply to these two universities and a few other top universities. But did you know that there's another institute called the Worcester Polytechnic Institute, which is in fact ranked better than the most popular well-branded universities? I'm pretty sure majority of you haven't even heard of the name Worcester Polytechnic Institute, which is located in Massachusetts, the same location as MIT and Harvard, but evidently not as popular among international students. There are many such universities that you can find through research, but you might be wondering where to begin. You can start with ranking websites. There are well-researched ranking websites like US News or QS rankings for master's degrees and Financial Times for management-oriented degrees. Remember this, there are so many more other ranking websites, but usually they are not well researched or they are just promoting a few universities for money. So be careful on which ranking websites you choose. Also remember to filter rankings specific to your field. Many ranking websites give only overall rankings that might not be relevant to you. However, remember this, purely selecting universities based on rankings is not a good approach. Meaning some students say, I want to apply to only QS top 50 ranked universities. The problem here is these websites, when they are ranking universities, they do not consider important metrics that are relevant to international students. So I would suggest you research at least top 100 universities, especially pick those universities which are not very popular, those universities which you haven't heard of so often. Go on to their websites, look at their curriculum and see if it matches your interests. Look at their tuition fee and see if that falls under your budget. And also reach out to the admissions team or alumni via LinkedIn. You can also filter your universities based on location, meaning if you are an electronics student, apply to universities that are around electronics hubs. This kind of hands-on research-based approach will give you better results on selecting universities. Now, the other important thing is to apply to a well-balanced list of universities. I'll explain that further. So typically in my experience, I have seen two kinds of students. One pool of students who only apply to top 10, top 15 universities. Now these are typically the students who end up with no admit at all because they are losing out on competition. They fail to consider that students from all across the world, from all top universities are applying to the same top 10, top 15 universities. Now there's another pool of students who apply to low-ranked universities. These are the students who are typically not very confident about themselves or are being misguided by consultancies. Now these students are missing out on good quality education for the fee they are paying. So it's important to apply to a well-balanced list of ambitious, moderate and safe universities. Now, I can already see you questioning, how do I segregate my universities into these three pools? The best place to start is with your ranking websites. Although they are not 100% foolproof, if you're starting from scratch, they'll give you a sense of direction. Now, if you are a computer science student with a good GPA and other metrics, the top 15 universities on the ranking websites will be ambitious for you. 15 to 50 will be moderate. 50 to 100 rankings will be safe. Now, if you're a student with average profile, then I would totally avoid top 15 universities. I would start with 25 to 50 as ambitious, 50 to 100 as moderate, and 100 to 150 as safe. You can already see the pattern. Now, if you're a student with a low GPA with a few backlogs, then I would say 50 to 100 would be ambitious, 100 to 150 would be moderate, and 150 to 200 will be safe. Please remember that this approach will slightly change based on the field you're applying to. If you're applying for less popular master's programs in mechanical engineering, civil engineering, biomedical, pharmacy, etc., even if you have an average profile, you can still target the top 25 or top 50 universities. So this slightly changes based on your profile and the field you're applying for. So this is one of the basic and most easiest way of approaching university selection. Obviously, talking to seniors and experts will give you further insights. Now, your next question would be, how many universities do I apply in each of these segments? Overall, I would say applying to about 6 to 8 universities will be a good bet. If you want to apply for more, you can apply for say 10 universities, but I wouldn't suggest more than that. Now, to segregate your universities, if you're applying for a popular master's field such as computer science, data science, applying to 2 ambitious universities, 3 moderate universities, and 3 safe universities is a well-balanced pattern. If you're applying for less competitive fields, then applying to 3 ambitious, 3 moderate, and 2 safe is a good approach. Now, this segregation slightly changes based on the amount of risk that you are willing to take. But this is a general pattern that I highly recommend. Please note that for every student, the list of ambitious, safe, moderate universities keep changing. A list that might be working for your friend might not work for you. So do your own individual research. My team and I make custom university lists for hundreds of students every intake. So if at all you have any questions, do comment below and we'll try to answer at the earliest. Also remember that picking universities is almost like investing in stocks. You should know your risk appetite, but at the same time, you should also do very good research. So please subscribe to this channel if at all you are applying for master's program and if you want relevant and in-depth information of how to go about the process and how to avoid common mistakes along the way. See you in my next video.